That time of week again, Rick. How are
Good,
you, buddy?
mate. Good, buddy. How are you? All right?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Obviously, this is chapter 3 of our Justice League breakdown, where we're spreading this movie out over 6 weeks so we can discuss each chapter in the way it should be discussed. So,
Damn straight.
yeah, mate. I obviously, before we're doing this each week, I'm going back and watching the chapters again, kind of like it was a weekly TV
Bit of a
show.
refresh.
Bit of a refresh, and just kind of like have another thought of it. Hey, did you know before we start that they've released the black and white version?
No.
Check it out. Yeah, they dropped
Nice.
the black and white version Zack Snyder wanted to release to everybody. So that's out now. So check that out on your streaming service, HBO Max or Binge here in Australia.
Binge.
Absolutely.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I was watching Binge today. Oh.
Yeah, no, it's there, mate. It's there. You can check it out for sure. But obviously, we're here to talk about Chapter 3. And Chapter 3 is pretty well, even though we're in the third chapter of this movie, we are still introducing characters at this point. Yes. Because this chapter, in many ways, Rick, introduces both the Flash and Cyborg in a big, bad way. Yep, I would say that they are the core of this chapter.
They are. Certainly are.
Absolutely. And in saying that, the start of chapter 3, we get straight into probably one of my favorite scenes of the entire movie is the Flash scene where he's going for the job as a dog walker.
Dog walker. Yeah.
With the poodle. Oh, how amazing.
Very good.
Very quirky. It's funny. And then obviously the actual seeing him put his finger through that glass and seeing the glass bend and then finally shatter out and him go out there. Yeah, go on.
His shoes, how they dispersed from
how
100%. Quick he was going.
They
just
which was a really nice touch. Really nice touch.
And we all know who that lady was, the lady that he was looking at, the girl.
Yeah, well, let him know, Rick, who is that?
That was Iris West.
Yep.
The love of his life, if you follow DC.
Yeah,
she was played by Carisi Clemens.
Yeah, but she's the same young lady that has been cast in the Flash movie, so we'll see her next year again.
Yeah, very cool.
Was great, which makes this scene all the more important now.
Exactly,
because we didn't get this obviously in the original one. Again, I don't want this whole series to be a comparison, but we will occasionally make comparison. But this seems so fundamental for the Flash character. I'm surprised it wasn't included. So, yeah. Are you there, Rick? Did I lose you?
Are you there, mate? Yeah, you there, mate?
We got technical. We lost Rick there. All right, we'll keep it going.
Technical.
He's there. Can you talk, mate?
Yeah, no, you there, buddy?
Yeah, barely got you, mate. Technical issues tonight.
You there, mate? We got some technical issues. Oh,
no, we're all right. That's what you get for playing live. We're just going to keep it going, though. But what I love about the scene is obviously when he goes to save her because that car accident, it's so beautifully done and so beautifully shot, yet also funny at the same time because he reaches for that hot dog and you think, is he saving that for himself for later?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because he gives that quirky little smirk, which I loved. But no, it was also beautiful as he guided her down to safety. Oh, absolutely exquisite scene. So, yeah.
And the music behind it, beautiful.
Yeah. And obviously, and the nice little button on the end of that scene would be the fact that he gets the job because he pulls out that as a treat for the dogs, which was unbelievable. So, it was a great, fantastic introduction to a character.
Yeah.
Because I call that a formal introduction to the character. Wouldn't you call it that?
Yeah. Yeah,
and I know we'd seen him, in the Flash in that scene from Batman v Superman, which we know now, which we'll talk about later on as Nightmare Flash. But it was just a great introduction to the character. But we move on pretty quick, and there's a little scene which I love because you get to see him for the first time. Next scene is a couple of Atlanteans being dragged to the shore. And they're being interrogated by Steppenwolf. And I love those little spiders. he pulled these little spiders come out.
Oh, yeah.
Attached to the top of their head. And they're able to project what their thoughts were. So he was able to see where the location of the second mother box was, which was just so much better, than just having a character that's going, mother. We actually see this process playing out of him getting each
and
box.
What it is. Yeah, that's
right.
Right.
There's no shortcuts being done, which is great. We get, and really we're moving on to. Oh, yeah, sorry. I was just reading something here, Rick. Vamp for me for a second, will you? What did you think of that scene with Steppenwolf?
Look, I like it. There's only a little opposite scene there and here and there, but the whole thing as a general, though, this breakdown, I enjoyed thoroughly. I think this is out of all of them for me.
Yeah. There's a lot going on. Like I said, it really was a focus on Flash and Cyborg, but there's lots of little scenes going on throughout this. And, we get a scene, it's kind of a weird scene where we get to see Lois moping around in her apartment. She goes through the chest and finds the cape. Which I would have thought the cape would have been buried with him. So I thought that was kind of...
They bury him in then they put him in a suit or something. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
But they had two. Didn't they like bury Superman, but they also bury Clark?
Yeah.
You remember? So, but meanwhile, while we get introductions to characters, obviously we've got Bruce and Diana working together now in the cave. And there are a couple of nice little scenes in this episode of that. I like the fact that they're he's going, all right, check out the superhumans. So she gets to check out all the superhumans. And it was nice because we got our first touch of there's an issue between the Amazonians and the Atlanteans. She says it in that scene. We had some issues with these.
We don't trust them. Well, I don't trust them.
No, absolutely, which was great. But let's have a look at this. Sorry, mate. Someone just popped I just woke up from my third nap when this chapter started.
Thanks, mate.
Nice, thanks for the ongoing support there, Jared.
Thanks, mate.
Next thing we get is the introduction told in flashback of Cyborg.
Yeah, this is
big scene,
massive scene.
And we get a lot out of it. Now this is one of the scenes that's probably cited this scene in particular as an overuse of slow motion, especially when he's playing football. A lot of the criticism around Zack Snyder is the fact that he seems to slow-mo, which I never rub up against. I always think it's appropriate, especially in this film. I must say something like Sucker Punch. I think he did kind of overdo it there, but especially this one, I didn't have any problem. But it's a beautiful scene because we finally, he's a fleshed out character. He's not just a background player in a movie. He's actually, we're getting to quickly realize that he's one of the core story elements in this movie, Cyborg. But just to see the flashback scene of the football, the fact that his mum backs him up when he's called.
Oh, and that scene with the principal.
Kids. Absolutely love that because I'd never seen anything of the mother. And then the car chase scene, which is really grabs you, really shocks you when, it actually happens because they're just midway through a conversation and bam.
And then you see, and they obviously change that, but then you see him in the hospital with his father. And did he just steal the body out of the hospital? I don't know. Well, he's missing limbs here and there, but I don't know.
Well, there's not much of him.
Wasn't much. No.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. We got another comment. Jared believes that 10% of the movies. Yeah, it may be so. Doesn't make it a bad movie though. Doesn't make it bad. No.
Some
I agree. It is a lot of slow motion, but I didn't rub up against it. I rub up against other things, Jared. I know you had that joke already in your head. That's all right. We'll move on. So, I thought the whole thing with Cyborg was wonderful. I really did. And I like that, the fact that his father we don't get to see the transformation there, but
no,
we do know that he's not going to let it go. So, but yeah, but we do cut back to a scene is that he really resents his old man at this point, doesn't he? I mean, that's something they've kept from the original. That he's really pissed at his old man for turning him into this.
Yeah,
I mean, he would prefer to have been dead
than be Cyborg.
Yeah. But then we get and I don't know why in 2021 you'd have a tape recorder.
No,
but he's got his old man's tape recorder.
Maybe he's old school and he just likes to have
upgraded. You think he'd be getting paid pretty well at Star Labs?
Well, he does. Well, look what he did to his son, and he's got a tape recorder. True, good point.
Yeah. But look, it was just that little thing. I bet you're right. That was their reasoning. Oh, because he's old school. But it also looks dramatic when he crushes it. It's a tape.
It's crushing an
iPhone
or something.
Yeah, that's it. So it's yeah. But we get an awesome scene straight after one of my, some of my favorite scenes in this entire movie are happening in this chapter, is his explanation of his powers, which I really loved.
The second
and just
scene,
the way they did it, because it's not. I'm not talking just from a visual sense. The simplicity of the explanation, which was really good for the audience. You know what I mean? We're not coming up with convoluted reasons. We're giving you very short, sharp examples of what he can do in regards, he can control all the nuclear arsenal. And he just says that line. You see all the nukes and he pushes them away. Perfect. Like really efficient storytelling. And I thought it was really great. And it just, at that point, I'm thinking when I first saw it, I remember going, oh my God, this is amazing what they're doing with Cyborg. It's absolutely incredible. So,
it's amazing. Like, it baffles me why Joss Whedon actually cut most of this out.
Oh, it was, we're gonna bash on that guy, right? And there are lots of reasons you could bash on him besides. But he was given a mandate from Warner Brothers to pull in a 2-hour movie. That was the job.
Yeah.
If you come in, you've got to make it a 2-hour movie. He just thought the way around that was shooting 75% of the film again. So, which was kind of crazy. So, but yeah, but another really nice touch. That's why I love the whole scene of Cyborg is when he is these powers, it goes into the bank, a virtual bank. We're seeing the represent, and he sees a single mother. He sees a single mother struggling, trying to get by. And just the fact that he goes, right, well, I'm going to fix this, we just thought it was just beautiful. Not only did it in the digital space, but he made sure to go there and see the moment. Made sure she was getting the money out.
Yeah.
Just to make sure he did the right thing for himself, So and probably that she was safe. So absolutely wonderful. Very highly emotional stuff. And they keep it going too, because you cut straight to a scene now. We got Flash and his old man.
Yep.
Billy Crudup, who's now been recast. Has been recast. Billy Crudup will not be in the Flash movie due to scheduling conflicts. So he's been recast by Ron Livingston. People know him from the lead of Office Space, an incredible film. But anyway, that's a great scene too, where he's basically saying, don't come and visit me anymore.
No, that's it. I'm a burden on you.
I'm a burden on you.
Your life is just, lead your own life. Don't worry about me. So, very emotional.
Yeah, it is.
But then after that, the next scene is great. The next scene after it is great.
And in this version, it actually directly interconnects.
Yeah.
Which it doesn't in the other version.
No.
That it goes from the hospital to his lair. And what happens, Rick?
Yeah, you see Bruce sitting on his chair, his favorite chair. And then he introduces himself and, then throws his, the little bat signal there and away he goes. But it just, Did
you notice the difference in this scene from the other version? Did you notice the difference? There was a certain line excised in this version. This is different. I mean, as much as it looks the same scene, Rick, it is different than the Justice League one. And the reason why he doesn't go into that whole brunch joke. What is brunch?
I completely forgot about that one.
Yeah. And Bruce's reaction is better. if you actually see Bruce's reaction to it when he says, "Oh, hold it right there. I actually need friends and things." Bruce is more like, really? And then is kind of cool with it. He's not like it. I feel like in the other Justice League, the cut was a bit like he was very judgy on the Flash.
And it wasn't real.
In this version, it feels like Bruce Wayne's appreciative.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a better character choice for Batman. Because Batman's on a mission to right the wrong. He's personally feels like he was responsible for the death of Superman. That's how he's feeling at this point. So getting anyone to come along and assist and try to fix that.
Help the world.
Yeah, he's a different Batman. He's a bit more, he knows you need a team. So, and I always thought that was odd in the first one because if you do need these people to help. Why are you so judgy? You know what I mean? Why are you so gruff when it's you're the one coming hat in hand? But yeah, absolutely wonderful. So, there's a lot in it though, isn't there, Rick? There's a chunky episode full of stuff in there, and it keeps going. Go on.
Did they extend that little end scene as well with the car? I reckon they did as well.
Yeah,
they did, didn't they? Just to emphasise the car a bit more.
Yeah, you see it go up that ramp.
It's more the inside they did, and then they
100%. Then we get to a scene that probably wouldn't have made the 2-hour cut up to me, but it's a nice little cute little scene where you've got Alfred teaching Wonder Woman how to cook tea, how to make tea.
I love this scene, dude.
I love it.
There's a reason why, but it's just go on. So what you think? And I'll just
What do you think of the energy absorption gauntlets?
Well, just going back on the tea thing.
Okay,
right? You've actually, I actually wrote a little so DC isn't great with character work, as we all know in their movies. But this scene between Diana and Alfred with the whole, making the tea, it's just that little character moments like these that are few and far between in the DCU. And that was I think it was just so beautifully made and done in this. I think it was just a perfect little scene. And to calculate the whole lot on this, what it does, it
establishes Alfred's worth in a way. I mean, take away from the tea, right? It's more to be representative of, hey, I'm actually going to be a big advantage for you guys. As he shows in the following bit straight after that.
He does.
He shows that they've created those gauntlets, So it's that seems very much about Wonder Woman coming to realize that Alfred is going to be
he's not just a butler.
Important. He's part of the Justice League in his own way.
He's not just a butler.
100%. 100%.
So good. So good.
It was really good. But I love the bit about the gauntlets was that Wonder Woman's kind of like, and he goes, well, what do you think? And she's like, oh, yeah. Gauntlets, why don't you get him like a black a lasso, but paint it black? She's like, what are you doing? Stealing my ideas, stealing my bloody armor. We also, Wonder Woman gets to meet Cyborg after he communicates with her through the screen. Wonder Woman gets to meet Cyborg face to which I thought was a really nice scene as well. Yeah, the kind of establishing. I mean, he's obviously still very angry. He's still very confused. And she's kind of come in and just reminded him of his humanity, which I thought was really important. And, it was also, did you notice he had a bag around him? And
as
then
he came down?
Yeah, he had a bag on him, right? Yeah. Because obviously in the next scene, he takes the mother box, and this is genius.
Buries it.
But where does he bury it?
He buries it in his grave.
In his own grave.
His own grave.
Who's going to look for it there?
No one's going to know that. That's right.
Dead.
That's right.
So actually, great place to. I mean, I'm sure if anyone was super smart, they'd be able to figure it out. But I thought it was cool for the movie anyway. Yeah, absolutely.
It's linked to his dad, though. It's linked to his dad. So
yeah.
Why are they going to find it? No. Totally agree, man.
What about when they're getting to the airport or whatever? And the
this is just before it. Before that
this is after the mother box.
Commissioner Gordon.
No, with the bat symbol. Yeah, before the Commissioner Gordon bat symbol just flashes. Oh my god, that's so cool.
This is what I like about this. We actually enjoyed him more now as a character.
Do you? I enjoy him. I know he copped a lot of flack for his comedy in Justice League. I never had a problem with it, and I certainly don't have a problem with it now.
Now it's great, brilliant.
Yeah. And I hear a lot of that. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's."
Because it doesn't seem as over the top. It's just, it's good. It flows.
Yeah.
Really good.
So, but we also have a setup scene here too. Did you notice in this episode where it comes into play later, where it's just a small scene with Dr. Stone and the guy that eventually becomes Adam, the Asian guy there.
Oh, they're talking about the
he ends up becoming the Adam. How they heat up.
How it's the hottest
heat up that thing. Hottest on the planet, and it's a key scene to remember. So even though there seems to be so much going on in this movie, every scene feels like it's got a purpose.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That scene is intently put there because that pays off later on, and which I think is just so freaking cool. So Atlantean Mother Box. Sorry?
Coming up to the good scene soon.
Oh, I reckon the Atlantean Mother Box scene? Is that what we're talking about?
No, the epic fight scene. The epic fight scene.
I
enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
The epic fight scene. That's not in this.
Underwater fight scene.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Atlantean Mother Box thing.
Yeah.
No, very cool, mate. It was very cool.
Loved it.
I so much prefer Hera here than I do in Aquaman. It seems like I like the British accent.
Everyone's like, it's hard to make a good underwater fight scene, get the audience, hyped up about.
Remember, this is pre-Aquaman, so that was setting. Right. That was basically, if it didn't work in this, it was never going to work. Yeah. I love the concept, which they don't do. I think they do. I've only ever seen Aquaman once. Do you believe that? I've only ever seen it once. But do they do the whole bubble thing a lot, where they create their own?
They do. I think they do that. Obviously, they
use it in this scene so
they
well.
They do. That's right. That's correct.
They really do. That power gets really fleshed out.
That was cool.
Yeah. And it was a great battle between Steppenwolf, Hera, and but you got to. I think we've got to
getting cut in half.
Where blood. Yeah, all the blood trail and so it's very violent scene.
Very violent.
But the bit where Steppenwolf's got her up against the wall by her neck, she goes like that, plates the bubble, which is cool. But what is the coolest bit? She manipulates water and starts putting it through his system.
Yeah.
And
you see the blood come out.
Oh, it's so awesome. I love that. It was absolutely phenomenal, And then obviously Aquaman comes in, saves the day, and not too much.
Before that, yeah.
But no parademons down there. Parademons, they don't swim.
They don't swim.
I don't think.
They're not. No. But they dragged the Atlanteans out of the water, and that we were talking about at the beginning, and you see them dragging them.
Yeah,
so it's
kind of
true.
Yeah, and usually parademons everywhere with them, but
they just want to take the fight from himself.
But it was a great fight. It was an absolutely really great fight, and it established the storyline for the Aquaman film.
Yeah,
they set certain key things in place in Justice League in this version that follow directly to Aquaman the movie.
Yeah.
Which I think really awesome. And then finally we cut back to we don't finally, but we cut back to the cyborg house. There's only a tiny scene, but Parademon's looking for it.
Parademon's outside, and then you got that bum that's outside, then he sees him, and
that's it.
And then takes his dad.
But eventually the second mother box is added. And that's the final scene of chapter 3, is they add the second box into the thing, and we get another cool communique through that molten metal
pillar,
so which is so cool. So yeah, and that was great too. And but really, if we look at this episode as a whole, yeah, it was an introduction episode for those two characters, and it really started to drive the plot forward. We're halfway through the chapters at this point. At this point in the storyline, they've got 2 mother boxes and only got 3 team members together. Well, 4, I would say. Cyborg, as we know in the next scene, after in chapter 4, is pretty well part of the team. But yeah, it's crazy stuff, isn't it? And I'm really enjoying going back and watching these chapter by chapter, Rick. It's really an appreciation for them.
It is, because all the whole 4 hours, and just touching on Cyborg, I just didn't connect with him as a character in the first one. I hate going back in comparison to it. But if the Snyder Cut was built only to showcase the actor's talent, then it's worth the hype, because I just think he is fantastic.
Anything
in this. Ray Fisher is just amazing. So
he wasn't anything. His role was cut to be a one-note side character.
That's right.
And here we have a fully realized, fleshed out character with a clear story arc, who's like unbelievably talented. Like in the first time I'd seen it, when he was like pissed off and moody, he was just like that for most of the film, and he was annoying because of it. He wasn't enjoyable as a character at all in the original Justice League. But now you understand his pain and his suffering, and you root for him more. You just have more connective tissue between you and the audience with that character. Absolutely exceptional, Rick.
Yeah. No, Ray Fisher does a great job. So very cool.
So that's it. We have pretty well gone through. You know what we didn't do tonight? What I did have here, just to kind of share with the folks out there. Yeah. Let's have a look. I'm just going to bring it up. Here we go. Flash. I just thought I'd bring up the Wikipedia. The Flash. Flash. Did you know the Flash, right? He's been around for a long time. In fact, Flash Comics #1 was released. January cover date was release month was November 1939. He's one of the older DC Comics characters, and has been around. And we've had multiple different versions. We've had Jay Garrick, we've had Barry Allen, we've had Wally West, we've had Bart Allen. So there's been so many different, iterations
because of the multiverse.
That's it. So created by Gardner Fox and Harry Lampert.
I didn't know he was that old. I didn't realize he was that old.
Yeah. He's one of the more key characters in the play. And obviously, when you think about storylines with him, Flashpoint really hits one of the greatest stories in DC Comics, in my opinion. And it was a big part of it. Now, to have a look at the other character they also had, I'll go back to that now. Cyborg. Yeah, good old Cyborg, Victor Stone. And he first appeared in October 1980.
Okay.
And he was a special insert in DC Comics Presents, originally known as a member of the Teen Titans.
Yeah.
When you think of the Teen Titans, I think more of the comic, the Teen Titans Go. I'm an unabashed fan.
How good's the movie? I
like that cartoon. Awesome. This is obviously a very serious, but yeah, there you go. So he goes back all the way to 1980. So both those characters have been around for decades, Rick. Decades. So, which is crazy. That surprised you about the Flash, didn't it?
It did, because I knew he was old, but I didn't realize he was that old, because that's going, wow, man. So that's quite interesting to actually know.
Hey guys, can you pick who Rick favors more, DC or Marvel? I think we're starting to work out here who he favors more, eh? Actually, I do. No, I actually do have a Flash poster on my wall, a nice print. He just didn't know where he came from.
I didn't know how long he was. Not that old, but anyway.
Oh, good. Well, it's a wonderful episode. Chapter 3 is down for our breakdown, guys. We hope you're enjoying this. We just love being able to go back and watch it and talk about it. And we've still got 3 more chapters to go, which is going to be fantastic. We will include the prologue with chapter 6. Nice. So that's how we'll do that, all right? So that's it, guys, for the night. Now, coming up this week, we've got obviously Friday night with episode 4 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which has been so awesome so far. So don't forget to join us for that, and that'll be at 7:30. So fantastic, guys, until then. And also, we've got a little bit of a special announcement to make, but you'll see some videos of that coming up over the weekend, I would say. Yes. So hold on tight, guys. We've got some more stuff coming down the pipeline. Thanks for watching. Rick, is there anything more you want to add before we blow this popsicle?
Guys, you know what, you guys, you know exactly what you need to just follow us, comment, and whatever you want to blow, dude. Don't worry.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that.
Guys,
just
follow us on all our sites, guys. You know what to do. Appreciate it.
Yeah. We're out of here. See you guys.